Hello friends, and welcome back to the Dream Channel, a place for read alouds, lessons, and resources to teach young minds about kindness, diversity, equality, and activism. Isn't that right, little guy? If that sounds like something that you're interested in, make sure to click on that subscribe button below so that you don't miss out on anything. Today, friends, with the permission of Flashlight Press, we are going to be reading a book entitled The Mess That We Made. This book was written by Michelle Lord and illustrated by Julia Blattman. The Mess That We Made. Written by Michelle Lord, illustrated by Julia Blattman. This is the mess that we made. These are the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the net that catches the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the boat of welded steel that dumps the net that catches the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the current that swirls through the bay that rocks the boat of the welded steel that dumps the net that catches the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the turtle, green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net, that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the plastic thrown away that traps the turtle, green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net, that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the landfill growing each day that spills the plastic thrown away, that traps the turtle green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. We are the people at work and play that stuff the landfill growing each day, that spills the plastic thrown away, that traps the turtle green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. Look at the mess that we made. But we are the ones who can save the day, reduce our waste at work and at play, recycle the plastic thrown away. Join us for Beach Cleanup Day. To shrink the landfill without delay. We rescue the turtle green and gray and haul the garbage from the bay. We protest the boat of welded steel, collect the nets and free the seal that eats the fish that swim in the ocean that we save. Ocean pollution and calls to action. A sea turtle's favorite food is jellyfish, but floating plastic bags look a lot like jellyfish. When turtles swallow plastic bags, their digestive systems get blocked, which can be deadly, A study in 2015 found that 52% of sea turtles and 90% of sea birds have eaten some form of plastic. When young sea turtles get caught in plastic six-pack rings, their shells grow misshapen. Their lungs cannot develop properly, and they can die. When birds get caught in plastic rings, they can have trouble flying. If they can't fly, they can't find food, and they can be attacked. So bring reusable bags to grocery stores instead of taking single-use plastic bags. Cut the loops on anything that might entangle marine life before you dispose of it. How are landfills created? We throw our trash into garbage bins. Then trucks collect it and dump it into landfills because most of the plastic we use does not get recycled. Plastics and styrofoam make up 30% of the landfill volume in the U.S., but storms can blow or wash trash out of open landfills into the ocean. Rain can wash trash from sidewalks and streets into sewers or rivers where it can be carried out to sea. Ultimately, 10% of the plastic dumped into landfills ends up in the ocean. If things continue the way they are now, by 2050, all of the plastic in the ocean will weigh more than all of the fish in the ocean. So don't litter. Always dispose of your trash in proper receptacles or recycling bins. Did you know that people around the world buy 1 million plastic bottles every minute and use more than 500 million plastic straws every day? In 2016, Americans threw away 25 billion styrofoam cups. Worldwide, 8 million metric tons of discarded plastic items enter our oceans each year, including huge quantities of single-use plastic bags, disposable cutlery, and food packaging, adding to the estimated 150 million metric tons that already pollute our marine environments. You can help by using reusable or recyclable straws, or drink straight from the cup. When you need to use disposable cutlery, cups, or plates, try to use ones made from biodegradable materials such as paper, bamboo, or plant starch. No one knows exactly how much trash is in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, since it's too large to measure and because heavier trash can sink a few inches or even a few yards underwater. Oceanographers recently found that about 70% of marine trash sinks to the bottom of the ocean. The seabed beneath the garbage patch may be an underwater trash heap. How long does it take for the things we use to decompose? Wool socks? 1 to 5 years. Batteries? 100 years. Disposable diapers? 400 years. Plastic bottles? 450 years. Toothbrushes? 500 years. Fishing line? 600 years. And plastic bags? Up to 1,000 years. You can help by drinking from reusable water bottles. Minimizing our use of disposable plastic is one of the best ways to keep the garbage patch from growing. What can we do? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reducing the amount of things we buy, especially plastic, and reusing the items we already own will produce less waste. Recycling properly will send less garbage to landfills, so less will end up in the oceans. Reduce by starting a home garden. Growing food at home saves on single-use packaging. Shop for secondhand clothing instead of buying new. Eat at restaurants that avoid styrofoam to-go containers, or Bring your own containers for leftovers. You can reuse or repurpose things rather than throwing them away. For example, you can use a milk jug to water your plants instead of buying a new watering can. You can recycle paper, glass, metal, and plastic. Recycle outgrown clothing by donating it. Around the world, some landfills are being reclaimed as parks and nature reserves. In Virginia, USA, workers compacted layers of solid waste with clean soil to create Mount Trashmore Park. Near Tel Aviv, Israel, a landfill once known as Garbage Mountain was transformed into an environmental park called Ariel Sharon Park. A landfill in Hong Kong became a multi-purpose playground called Sai So Wan Recreation Ground. You can help by volunteering for cleanups in your area to remove trash from beaches, rivers, lakes, and your neighborhood. Visit a recycling center or landfill with your class or family to see for yourself where our plastic ends up. Even a small action like using a lunchbox and reusable containers instead of disposable bag and baggies can make a difference. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is so far from any country's coastline that no nation will take responsibility or pay for cleaning it up. However, innovative people, organizations, and companies around the globe are working on ways to remove plastic from oceans, prevent plastic from getting into oceans in the first place, improve recycling methods, and invent biodegradable substitutes for plastic. What can you do? Fight for change. Not with fists, but with words. Join a peaceful protest against ocean pollution with your family, friends, or classmates. Stop plastic at the source. Write to corporations to ask them to stop producing single-use plastic packaging or products. Ask politicians to pass laws limiting or ending production of non-recyclable and single-use plastics, to ban the dumping of ghost nets, and to help clean up our oceans. Our oceans provide humans with food, oxygen, renewable energy, jobs, and recreation. They help regulate our climate by absorbing carbon dioxide and affect our weather and drinking water as part of the water cycle. Even if we don't live near one, oceans are a crucial part of life on Earth. It's important that we do our best to keep them healthy. Each and every one of us can make a difference to save our seas. What can you do? Educate yourself and learn as much as you can. Read books and articles about Great Pacific Garbage Patch and ocean pollution. Visit flashlightpress.com for links to organizations and innovative companies that are working to clean up our oceans. Well, friends, I hope this book inspires you to take action and make the world a better place. Families and educators, as always, I've linked my favorite lesson plans and resources in the description box below. Included, you will find a Nearpod companion for this book, as well as choice board activities. So if you have a dream for a brighter tomorrow, click on that subscribe button. Let's step into the light together.